Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Happy Gaming. Here we are today inside Hydroneer, where after a fair bit of farming and cursing and missions and everything else, we finally have 400 core stone. Because, if you haven't noticed already, we have now missions available to us from the king. And these missions are quite unlike any of the other ones. 400 weight core stone for the handle, 1000 weight core stone for what item is number 2, the hilt, and 5000 weight in iron for the blade on a big sword. Now, getting that was hard enough as it was. I managed to dip and get the tier 2 drill, as well as the tier 3 digging shovel, and I got a little desperate trying to get cloud or core stone out. But we have our tier 2 digging machine working away at least. Everything's still working like it normally does. Might shut that off when we go. We have the king and the guard sword to make still. There's all 3 bars in there. There is another mission regarding soup as well that I have ready for us. We're going to take those missions and hand them off. And then we're going to start checking out some of these new ore veins that got brought out with this update as well. And that is probably going to wrap up the series, sadly. It seems almost as if they've brought out the achievements that are only going to be available to new save files. And I'm not making up a new save file or doing the King's Quest when I can't get the achievement for it. So, sadly, this is going to be pretty well where we end things off here. Not today, obviously, but we do have a little bit more to check out. At least they have said that ore veins should spawn in already existing worlds. So we'll try that out at least and see. Bam! Alright, that should be our sword. No, I have nothing else left to do. Sure, I'll throw that up there. I'm gonna shut this off. No, I'll top up the wrenches and we'll head out. That should be a little better. I might put one more in the beginning one because I think it's the one to take the most damage. And we'll head off. Alright, let's head back up and off and hand in our mission. We can start checking out some of the new mining or prospecting equipment at least that they brought out with us. We'll purchase a new plot of land. Hopefully that plot of land will have some ore veins to it. They're supposed to be randomly spawned too, so we might just have to check out all of our different areas. That's just fine, I suppose. But like, the last part of the King's mission requires a ring to be made out of like 700 onyx. There's no way I'm gonna get 700 onyx dealing with tier 2. And to make the tier 3 drill, you need 600 core stone. Compared to just the 400 I had to really sit there and farm to get with this. So, I'm hoping that ore veins would be the thing to help make the difference on that. Where you can get core stone a little bit easier, maybe get up to the 600, get the harvester. If this was a save file that I could have actually gotten achievements on, then I probably would have gotten the harvester instead of this sword. But since it seems like we can't get achievements on this, we're just gonna check out some of the new update stuff, and we'll come back after a good period of time, and we'll give a new playthrough a go for the achievements. I definitely don't feel like starting up another new playthrough this year. So my thinking is today we'll at least get these missions done and everything else purchased and set up and ready. And then we'll try maybe checking out the equipment to see how it works. If not, it might end up going into next week's episode, but either way, we'll still spend next week looking for some ore veins and seeing what we can do with those. Hopefully. Alright, now you have enough of a reward to solve all my problems. Core stone, 400 gold, 1000 iron, 5000. Here you go. 18 grand. Okay, yeah, you want soup and give out farm tokens. Well, you know what? I don't care about farm tokens, but sadly you kind of have to because they both gatekeep the king. Just gonna put that there. Get the soup here. 300 broccoli, 300 beetroot. Perfect. I don't know why it says that twice, but whatever. This wasn't that hard to get. Thanks to our farm that we have. Won't be enough for the actual harvester again. I guess that's something. There is still one more gatekeeper. So here's your first gatekeeper here. And he gives you a mission to make a 200 weight gold bar dagger. Then you got these gatekeepers here. But now with them done, aha! And he wants the same thing, 1.5 weight lobster. Which, as easy as it sounds, but it's also not that hard, it's just fishing. I haven't tinkered around with fishing enough to have a great fishing pole or anything, but the king's mission is like a ring out of 2,000 Claudium and 700 onyx. I'm not interested in that in the slightest, not right now at least. Not when I'm not going to get the achievement for it, and that's going to be a lot of grinding to get to that mission to be done. So, let's go see what we can do. I got that new plot of land we can purchase still up there. And I got these 2 digging machines we need to purchase over here from last week's episode. I don't... yeah, the Hydroneer is probably going to be the thing that we need to take us down to find the ore veins. Oh boy. Yeah, slow moving utility vehicle for prospecting ground for ore veins. Okay. So, I have a mere 400 left over from getting the shovel. Still have 14 grand. Still have 10 grand. Now, how slow moving is slow moving? Oh. It's a little glitchy. I guess all vehicles are when they first come out. And the King's Rewards seem kind of neat too, but also kind of useless unless you're extremely endgame. It's that one that he's holding up there, except that's not the real king, and it spawns dirt. It could be handy if you want to like get dirt underneath drills, because it likely spawns the appropriate dirt based on the level that you're at. But then it seems that drills for the tier of an area should be kept at that level. So I was looking up different things about core stone, see if I could figure out anything about it. And it's supposed to come from tier 2 drills at tier 2 levels, but my tier 2 drill at tier 2 level was barely spitting anything out. I think that was maybe part of my problem too, was using that one area there is very little tier 3. Mildew's Aquifer seems like it's a very big tier 3 area. Oh, don't tell me this vehicle can't get up. Oops. Alright, I guess I'll have to go the long way around. Okay, I feel like getting it this far is an accomplishment. I still need at least my regular truck to purchase the land. I should have brought that, I guess, over to South Hope, but technically the town's not that far at least. Now, I'll just leave the Hydroneer here in case I don't need it exactly. And if we do need it, just whip over here quickly again, grab it, and bring it over. But at least this will have my monies to unlock a new area with, and we can start seeing if we'll have any ore veins in that one plot of land. Or if we have to move on. I know there's no ore veins in Iceholm, and I'm pretty sure there's none in South Hope too, because I spawned in a farm one time and glitched under the map, unless it's like the relics. So I remember when we were glitched under the map, we couldn't actually see the relics. I thought that might have been a good way to kind of cheat and see the relics, but it wasn't. Wouldn't actually show them. So that could be the case with ore veins too. I wouldn't see ore veins. Well, I guess ore veins could be possibly spawned in Iceholm. And there is that helmet that you can get that you use to check for ore veins, I think. Oh boy. Snowrune Falls. Monies. Check. More monies. Check. So, now to go get that other vehicle. still, I figured it'd be really cool to check out the ore veins at least, and we'll get an idea of what all the new update has kind of brought out for us. Besides, of course, the achievements and the finished King's Quest, but we already know the King's Reward, we know the final King's Mission, we know plenty enough about that. If we don't, it's easy enough to see it on YouTube. Sadly, I will not be showing it on YouTube, but hey, maybe we'll be showing our veins at least if we can find any, right? Okay, okay. Now what? How do you know if you've hit anything? Or if there is anything there? Might have to tinker around with this some more off camera, folks, but I'd like to thank you all for sticking around. I hope you have enjoyed, and next week I'll have this figured out more. Maybe it makes a sound and I'm missing. It could be that. Oh, there is a little satellite. Where's this little satellite ideally pointing to? Oh, that could be order. Oh, maybe next week we might have an order vein on our hands, folks. Okay, we'll have to check this area out next week. Bring in the nukes. Well, probably not nukes. We'll get the pickaxe and or the hydromole, and we'll yeah, we'll see what we can do with that. Awesome, 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 awesome.